Good morning, designers. Today we're going to be taking a look at the appearance panel. The appearance panel is one that we use a lot in its basic form. It often comes up in our properties panel with just fill, stroke, and opacity whenever we have a shape or vector or line selected. But today we're going to be looking at what happens when we open up the entire full appearance panel. And what options that includes. So, one of the main things I want us to take a look at is down here at the bottom of the appearance panel, we have two buttons, one that says Add New Stroke and one that says Add New Fill. Now, what that means is that within the appearance panel, in addition to your typical stroke and fill, you can actually add multiple strokes or multiple fills and move them or layer them within the same path or object. So today what we're going to be looking at is three examples here: a circle, a line, and some text, and see if we can match an example without adding an extra path. So here on this first example, we see a circle that has black and yellow both applied to its stroke, as well as green with black stripes applied to its fill. So in order to get started, I'm going to make sure that the circle that I'm trying to edit is selected. It's very easy to think that you are setting up a whole complex appearance and then realize you're not actually applying it to anything. So make sure that your object is selected. I'm going to start with sort of the base objects in here, meaning I'm going to start with the base fill and the base stroke. The base fill for this circle appears to be green because that sits behind the stripes. So I'm going to fill this with green. Now, in terms of the stroke, what we have to get used to is the fact that the strokes layer on top of each other, just like any other layers or objects in Illustrator. So what I'm seeing here looks like black, yellow, black. But really what we have is a black stroke with a higher stroke weight and a yellow stroke with a narrower stroke weight sitting on top. So I'm going to bump up my black stroke to give it a little bit more weight. I'm going to go ahead and put the yellow stroke on top of it. And you can see that since I'm dealing with a centered stroke, that means that my path is coming out, or my stroke is coming out from my path on both sides. So I'm going to get black peeking out from both sides of that yellow. Something like that. Now, in order to get these stripes on top of the green, I'm going to have to use a pattern fill. So I'm going to add another fill to my shape, making sure it's selected. And you can see how the layers work in here. Because a fill it fills all the way to the edge of the path. With this fill sitting on top, you can see that it's actually covering up part of the strokes. So just like in my layers panel, I need to pull this down so that it sits behind those strokes in terms of its ordering. Now, when I come in to adjust this fill, you can see I've added some basic graphics to your file, but you can also find them here in the Swatch Libraries menu under Patterns, Basic Graphics, Lines. I believe this is just the first one. And there you go. So now we're going to take a look at this second one, which is just a line segment or a path. Now, knowing what we just learned about our paths on the shape, we can see that these are ordered dark blue with light blue sitting on top, and then what looks like a dashed white line sitting at the very top. So I'm going to come over to my path, zoom out so I can see my example as I work. And it already has some stuff on here. I'm just going to clear the appearance so that I'm working from scratch. I'm going to start with a dark blue base stroke and bump up the stroke weight. And get the lighter blue on top, slightly thinner. So I think it might actually be that one. And then a narrow white on top. Now, in order to get that dashed line effect, I'm going to go to the particular color that needs to be dashed and click on the word stroke to open up the stroke panel for that particular color within the appearance. Now, there are a lot of options in here. I could change the end caps and corner joints and arrowheads, and that would only affect this one particular color. But for this example, I'm going to choose dashed line, and you'll see that that's going to give me my default dash. Now for this last example, we have text, and this works the exact same way. I'm going to start with a fill. Looks like my base fill is this orange with polka dots on top. And you could do the stroke one of two ways since it's dashes. We have black and red that are the same stroke weight, and one of them is dashed so that you can see the color underneath. So you do not need to dash both of these and get them to line up properly. You would just have one of them be a solid color with the other one being dashed on top. So I'm going to come over here and add a black stroke. See if it's the right weight. Looks like it should be maybe a little bit thicker. And I'm going to put red on top, dash it. And it looks like these dashes are just a little bit shorter. So I'm going to come in here and edit those dashes. And there you go. Now you can create complex appearances just within the appearance panel without creating multiple objects.